Hello YouTube fans, it's your boy Brad here with another video. Hey, today I'll be going over my skate workout video. I started skating about a year and a half ago to augment my running routine. I learned to skate watching two videos that I will mention right now. Uh, Dirty School of Skate. I'll be linking her YouTube channel below, and also another video that I really like when I can't get outside and go skate. I like MARILYN Tantrum. Her video will be linked below. She has a great indoor workout routine that will seriously challenge you. So here we go. We're getting into the video. I skate on a tennis court, so I start out by skating clockwise. Counterclockwise on a tennis court. I do 10 laps going counterclockwise on the court, starting to get things warmed up. And as I go along, I intensify my skating routine. It takes about an hour and a half for me to go through this routine, but this is condensed down to about 20 minutes so I can show you the different things that I do. Counterclockwise again, 10 laps. Then I switch around and I go clockwise, 10 laps. It's a good warm up routine. You see me kind of take a little hop there. There's a step up between the two courts where the concrete meets, and I'd like to try to jump over it because it's kind of hard when I hit it. Now I'm going into figure eights after I do the 10 clockwise, and we're going to do figure eights, 10. This is full court 10s, and I do 10 going one direction and 10 the other direction. And what I mean by the other direction, you see I'm coming around to the camera from the left to the right, and then I'll switch around and do 10 going the other direction. And I do that because the court is uneven. Now I'm on the single court, and I'm doing figure eights on the single court. I do 10. As you see, I'm at the net and I'm going away from the camera. And then I'll do 10 at the net. You'll notice I will actually be coming to the camera. I didn't put that in here. And right now I'm doing what is I call combs. These are names I made up. Combs is just when I run up and down the court. Right now, it's at the net. I'm running down the service line. I make a turn. I'm coming down the baseline. I make a turn, and I'm near the fence. Make the turn back at the baseline, and so you're just using the lines as guides to work on your edges, work on your crossovers. Very important to get those things down where they're second nature. Now, I'm working on my counterclockwise circles. I do 5 of these going counterclockwise. Use the whole court as much as you like. You're going to do big circles, just stepping over. This works on your step overs and going around in a circle. I'm going to transition here. I'm actually going the opposite direction. I use the center mark at the back as my counter, so I go 5 times around using the full court again, 5 times clockwise. Next here, I'm finna switch up, and I call these tight circles. So you do this tight circles, you're basically staying within the service lines. You got to stay within the service line. You're not using the whole court, you're using just the back, and stay inside of the left and right single service lines. Before we were doing the big circle, we were using the entire court with the doubles sidelines or service boundaries. So we do that 5. Like I said, 5 one direction, 5 the other direction. Do it again. 5 one direction, 5 the other direction. Now I'm getting ready in my transitions. I go from the back of the court all the way to the net and go back. Right now, I'm going to my right shoulder. I go all the way to my net, to the net, you turning right, and then just work my way all the way back to the back to the fence. And then I'm gonna go the opposite direction. Now you're gonna see me turn to my left shoulder, go all the way to the net, and then come all the way back again. And you do those as many as you like. I like to switch back, that way you don't get dizzy. So um, all the way to the net and all the way back, and then all the way to the net again, going the opposite direction and all the way back. And you can do those several times. Now I'm doing transition counterclockwise, clockwise, counterclockwise, switchbacks. I call these switchbacks. So now you're taking your right turn and your left turn and you just put them together. Is all I'm doing. Turn to my right shoulder, turn to my left shoulder, turn to my left shoulder, turn to my right shoulder. Up and back to the net, up and back to the net. Do this about 3-4 times. About your second or maybe your third time, if you decide to do it 4 times, try to speed it up and use that plant foot to push yourself off to turn back the other direction quicker. So I do about 4 sets of these, up to the net, back to the back of the court. Now I call these again. I make up my own names. These are step out facing. I'm facing the camera, and that's why the only reason I use facing here. I go up to the net. This helps you to step out of a turn. It takes you turn around backwards, and you say you're going into a turn, and you need to actually turn into the turn to step out. Somebody fell down or something. You need to make an emergency maneuver. Now I'm gonna face away from the camera, step out, step backwards, forwards, backwards, forwards. I'm not turning all the way around, just stepping backwards and forward, facing backwards and then facing forward again. Step back out of it. And you think you could do this easily if you could do the turnarounds, but it's actually a little bit of a different balancing thing. And I do this again because the court has a curve to it. It actually slopes down towards the camera, so I don't want to get myself used to that slope being there, and I'm not used to going both ways. This is my backward counterclockwise. Now that we've done our transitions, I do this to music. So I'm playing, I have my boombox there, and I skate to an entire song through the rest of this workout program. So if the song might be 5, 3, 6 minutes, and I'm gonna skate backwards right now, going counterclockwise, and then I switch at the next song, and now I'm going clockwise, using the entire court, coming down by the net. Use the lanes on both sides of the court, your boundary lines, sidelines, and just use those as lanes. Go up to the net, come down, make the turn, stay inside the lane, make your turn, go to the other side, and just continue to stay inside the lane until that song is over. Now I'm doing backward circles. Okay, you might say it's the same thing. It's actually different because now it's a constant step over. We're staying inside of the tennis court lanes, and you're just going to continue to do backwards step overs, going in a circle through an entire song. And these are the counterclockwise backwards ones. And then I'm going to switch and go the other way when the next song starts playing. As you see, backwards step overs, getting used to just grabbing that concrete, pulling it in, going in that circle. Kind of do it to the music once you get used to it. Have fun with it if you can, but just continue to go in that circle. Sometimes I use the outer lane, and then the outer sidelines, and then sometimes I pull into the inner sideline, the single lines, and make it a little tighter. Now we're doing backward circles, counter clockwise transitions. In this range, you see me come down by the net. I'm gonna turn around at half court. I get to the baseline, I'm gonna turn back around again. This is why we did those transitions earlier. At the baseline or center court, turn around, then we turn around again. You just gotta turn around somewhere between center court and that baseline twice. Turn and then turn around again. Come down by the net, make that turn. You can turn at the baseline if you like, or you can turn at the center court line. Keep her skating, keep her skating, keep your music going. Again, and now we're going to go, and I'm going to switch around, get myself turned, go in the opposite direction, and we're going to do the same thing clockwise. Center court, turn again, come down by the net, make that turn around, we get to the baseline, turn around, skate to the other side, turn around, center court, turn around at the net, and continue. Do that for another entire song. There you go. I'm not a professional skater by any means. You probably noticed that. I'm not proclaiming to be one. Neither. Now I'm going to get ready for backwards eights transition. We're going to be doing figure eights. So we're going backwards. I'm going to get to the center service line, turn around. Now turn the opposite direction. This gets us used to transitioning. Remember, we turned right, and we did those transitions turning right and left. You're going to see me turn out in one direction, turn back in the opposite direction. Go down, get to about the center court, turn, step out, one direction, step back in, going to my right. Again, I do this exercise, and then I reverse it. And I know reversing it sounds kind of weird, but you see, right now I'm going at the net, I'm going away from you. I'm going away from you at the net. Step out, step back in, make that turn, step out to the right shoulder, step back in to the left shoulder. Make the turn, get back to the center court, step out. Now we're doing the opposite direction. Now I'm coming towards you at the net on a new song. And I'm coming towards you at the back of the court also. So now I'm going away from you, and step out, step in. And again, I do this because this court is slanted. And because of that slant, I like to, and it makes a longer workout, but I like to do it because there's a different balance if you go the opposite way on the different parts of the court because of the slant. I guess maybe they have it slanted too, that the water will run off the court easy. But it's really sloped down where the camera is sitting. Step out, turn the opposite direction, step back in. Okay, backward eight shifts. I call this backwards eight shifts. Again, I make up my own name. This is figure eights. Coming down by the net. You're just going to continue in this way. You have to shift your weight to the other leg and just go the opposite. Come back down. Keep that weight shifted over. Shift to the other leg. Go back the other direction. Come down by the net. Crossover, crossover, shift the weight to the other leg, come down. So this is just getting you used to moving your weight around to go the opposite direction and doing figure eights. You'll just notice I'm using the entire chord to do this. Again, opposite direction as I mentioned before. If you notice, I'm going the opposite direction at the bass line, opposite direction at the net that I was going before when I got to the net. Well, no, now I'm doing it. I just made the transition. Now I'm going the opposite. Coming down, shift that weight, shift to the other leg. There you go. Go the other direction. Shift your weight. Backwards crossover, shift your weight over. So you can make that turn. Okay, getting ready for the next exercise. I call these combs, and this is really just running the lines on the court. Right now I'm near the net. First thing will come down, step out, step back in, and then turn at the baseline, run the baseline, step out, step back in. Now I'm at the back court. I'm gonna come down, I'm gonna step out, step back in so I can run the baseline. I'm trying to hit that baseline at the back of the court. Step out. Got to turn the opposite direction, hit the center line or the service line. Step out, step back in so I can make that turn at the net. Step out, turn myself back around so I can hit the center court again. The service line again, I guess I should say. Step out. I guess you can get the gist of it. Step out, and it, like I say, it helps you make that opposite turn. This exercise I found to be a bit more tiring than the other ones because you have to really be kind of on your skates and be ready to step out and then immediately turn back around depending on how fast you're going to make that turn for the next line. Coming back down that service line again, step out, and there we go. Do that for an entire song. Now this is tight figure eights, which is a little bit hard to explain, but there's a center mark at the back of the court near the net, and really you're just trying to make an 8 around that line and where the service lines meet right above that. Here's where the service lines meet. There's a little T right there, and you work your way around the T as tight as you can. Make your way around that center mark, make your way around that T. It only takes about 3 or 4 steps, crossovers, to make that transition at those T's, at the T and that center line at the back of the court. Do that for an entire song. That can be, and this really strengthens your legs. It really helps your strength in your legs to work these exercises, I come to find out. Again, coming back, and that is it, guys. That is my 1.5-hour workout video, condensed down to about 19 minutes. So to kind of show you what I do, the whole thing is about getting out, having some fun, but I really enjoy a regimented type thing, and I like doing my own thing. Again, I use a boombox. You can have your headphones. Find you a good place that's wide open that you can skate on, that's legal. Praise God, this tennis court is legal. But yeah, hey, have fun. If you guys like this content, if you like what I show, please hit that like button and please subscribe. Y'all have a blessed day.